Good morning. Jesus heals many. When Jesus came into Peter's house, he saw Peter's mother-in-law lying in bed with a fever. He touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she got up and began to wait on him. When evening came, many who were demon-possessed were brought to him, and he drove out the spirits with a word, and healed all the sick. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He took up our infirmities and carried our diseases. Amen. So that's Matthew, and it continues. Lo and behold, echoed in jolly old Mark. If I can find it. Sorry, take too long. As soon as they left the synagogue, they went with James and John to the home of Simon and Andrew. Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they told Jesus about her. So he went to her, took her hand, and helped her up. The fever left her, and she began to wait on them. That evening, after sunset, the people brought to Jesus all the sick and demon-possessed. The whole town gathered at the door, and Jesus healed many who had various diseases. He also drove out many demons, but he would not let the demons speak, because they knew who he was. And finally in Luke, Jesus left the synagogue and went to the home of Simon. Now Simon's mother-in-law was suffering from a high fever, and they asked Jesus to help her. So he bent over her and rebuked the fever, and it left her. She got up at once and began to wait on them. When the sun was setting, the people brought to Jesus all who had various kinds of sickness, and laying his hands on each one, he healed them. Moreover, demons came out of many people, shouting, "You are the Son of God." Morning. Good evening. Good Lord. You're wishing the day away.
Nice evening, somewhat.
Yes.
I wouldn't lie to you.
No. Quite correct. Cheerio. But he rebuked them and would not allow them to speak, because they knew he was the Christ. Amen. I must look up the Isaiah. Clearly one of the indications that Christ was who he was. But other people can perform miracles too, so it's only one sign. Anyway, I'm a Christian. I love God through Christ. I don't need miracles to prove anything to me. Thank you very much. I'm a Christian. For some reason, I've avoided the jolly old miracles. I've stuck with some of the other passage. I'm just not, for whatever reason, so drawn to them. But there they are, for all to see. Demons, eh? Driving demons out, not allowing them to speak, because the demons could see Christ. So people possessed wouldn't necessarily, that they could see him, as it were. Ordinary people might not. I don't know, just a thought. If only more people would see you, my Lord. That's what I long for, truly. And truly follow you. This is my longing. Just made it. I love you with all my heart, soul, mind and strength.